I know some of you are probably shocked by this. You probably saw the thumbnail, the title, like, oh my God, Sin, this movie's not even out on streaming yet. How could you have possibly done a video on it? Well, there's this little thing called piracy. I'm not going to go into it too much, but just think One Piece, except the internet. Don't think about it too much, too much, too much, too much. I stole the movie to make the video for you. Bro, who is this douchebag pulling up in the red Audi? But we are not even 30 seconds into the movie and I see our first two victims. They done pulled up at the man Stu crib. You remember from Scream 1? You remember Stu? He threw that big ass party and everybody was there, him and Billy Loomis, and then they were like, oh look, it's us, we're the killers, oh, be afraid. But you remember Sidney? She ended up smashing Stu's face with the TV. Yep, they done turned this house into like a stab memorial. I can't believe that they actually made the stab movies after the fact that, you know, this tragedy happened. Like, who the fuck do these people think they are? None of that truly matters though. What does matter is the fact that they're in this house and they're probably gonna get murdered in it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who in the world thought this would be a great idea. Like, oh yeah, let's put this on Airbnb. This will be a good tourist attraction. People will want to come here to this murder house where a bunch of people got murdered. Anyways, Shorty goes into the other room. I'm gonna call her Shorty because I don't know their names. And oh my God, it's Ghostface! Run, bitch, run! Oh wait, just a robot. So as soon as they approach him, it gets to moving. It's all animatronic. There's a motion sensor under the mask. It's just a robot, at least for the time being. Anyways, they're in there discussing who their favorite homicidal maniac is. You know, out of the teenage. And this guy likes Stu for some reason. I also like him, but when he's in the Scooby-Doo movie and not murdering people. Here they are chilling, and next thing you know, they're in the kitchen and they get a phone call. Pick up the phone. Hey, pick the phone up, cuz. Hello? Do you like scary movies? Yeah, I love scary movies, actually. Yeah, my boyfriend likes scary movies. He be pissing his pants, though, sometimes. Oh, what's your favorite one? Probably Nightmare on Elm Street. So they get to ask them a bunch of questions. One that ends with a trick question about Jason drowning in Friday the 13th. And it's over. Not really haunted house experience. Yay. Anyways, none of that matters. What does matter is that she gets a phone call now. Hey, bitch, I'm gonna murder you. Did you call me a bitch? That's not really cool. The party's over, Madison, but to murder your dumb ass. Your stupid ass pink hoodie on. Fuck, you got that from Abercrombie and Fitch. So Shorty go into the other room, and next thing you know, we see Ghostface behind her, popping up. Look at this nigga. Anyway, she ends up punching him in the face, but we find out that it's her boyfriend. Oh my God, maybe they are gonna die. And never mind. So the douchebag that decided that he was going to take up the mantle of Ghostface and start murdering people, he got rid of the robot Ghostface and he replaced it with himself. So he ends up stabbing her boyfriend in the chest and then in his brain. Yep, he's dead. Oh my God. They get to fight in the tussle while she go upstairs, and like every other woman in these movies, this bitch is actually throwing him hands. So they get to the top of the steps, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought that she was actually about to win. She ends up kicking the off the steps. He collapses. And I'm gonna be honest, how did this dude just wake up like nothing happened? This man just fell down the stairs from the banister and nothing's wrong with him? How did that happen? Anyway, she's hanging on from dear life in this chandelier, and she ends up falling as well. Except for this time, Ghostface puts his knife up in the air and she falls on it. Don't worry though, it's just a stomach stab. She'll be okay. It's not like he's gonna bring a canister of gasoline in the house, pour it everywhere, and then set her on fire. That's exactly what happens, by the way, just letting you know. Anyways, now we're at Sidney's house. Sidney has a kid. Her boyfriend ends up sneaking in the window. Remind you of anybody? Like mother, like daughter. Two thoughts in a pod. Anyways, her boyfriend's not a douchebag and he's not a terrible person. I mean, he'll probably end up a suspect in a murder later, but whatever. It's a Scream movie. Now she's pissed at her mom, obviously, because come on, bro, how you gonna embarrass me and send my fucking boyfriend home like that? Oh my God, mom. Yeah, like I'm the only person that snuck boys in a bedroom. Yeah, I did do that. And that's exactly why I don't want you to. You don't need to be on your back and be a hoe, you know? Try to be like those celibate girls, or you know, the ones with chastity belts and shit. Mom, I'm not a fucking daughter of a Catholic priest, okay? Well, you should be. Then you won't end up with 3 kids and hating yourself. What? Anyways, Sidney ends up laying down after putting her alarm system on, obviously. This bitch is not playing this go around. Now, Sidney's other kids are being watched by family members. So for right now, it's just a teenager in the crib. You're probably wondering like, why the did she have 3 kids, but the other kids aren't there? Thank God they're not, because this is going to be a week that they won't soon forget. Now in the morning, Sidney's daughter comes down and she has a jacket, an old one that she used to wear. But of course, Sidney's being weird about it, and you know, I guess it makes sense. It's probably traumatizing to see something like that. especially after all of your friends and family and loved ones and everybody you care about got killed by a homicidal maniac in a stupid ass mask. You know how hard it is to see through that mask probably? I remember putting some on for like Halloween and shit growing up. Couldn't see. Barely could breathe in it. Anyway, Sidney eventually lets her wear the jacket after being an asshole to her first. But don't worry about it. She's gonna go to school and have a swell time running for her fucking life. Now Sidney, she works at a coffee shop. Pretty cool job. And comes a weirdo staring at her. Who the is this guy? But also the neighbor and her kid. Now the neighbor's kid's going to become very important at some point in this movie for obvious reasons. I mean, he's kind of a weirdo. So you know, his name's Lucas Bowden and his mom's name is Jessica. Jessica's not that important, so whatever, who gives a fuck about her. But Lucas, yeah, he's crazy. Now apparently Jessica's been going through it. She apologizes for Lucas and says that a lot of it is due to the fact that she had a very abusive husband who was a douchebag and ruined their marriage. That's going to be important at some point. Hold on to that. Now Sidney's talking to her and Jessica's trying to explain that she's being a little bit too overprotective, you know, protecting your children too much and they won't have a chance to grow up. That's some dumbass advice though, because I mean, why would you not want to protect your kids? Anyways, at school it seems that they're practicing for some sort of play or something. Aaron is in the back controlling the little contraption that's making Shorty fly around is she like a fairy or something? Anyways, Hannah Thurman is the one that's flying around. Now their black friend, her name is Chloe Parker and she's bad as hell. And before y'all say anything, yes, I looked her age up. I know she's playing a high school student, but she was born in 1998. Get off of my dick. Anyways, the dude Aaron's in the back messing up everything, but for some reason the theater teacher seems to be attacking the Shorty wearing the fucking dog costume. You're not being dog enough? What kind of fucking statement is that? Oh, you're Sidney Prescott's daughter. I expected more out of you. Which makes Sidney's daughter very insecure because, I mean, she is Sidney Prescott's daughter. Well, I guess Sidney Evans now. She's married. But either way, she gets to talking to her boyfriend about it because she's probably a little bit insecure. When she asks him, what do you like about me? And he gives a pretty good answer. You know, obviously he felt like he was being cringy and a lot of people might say he is being cringy, but he's not really being cringy. I thought it was a pretty good answer myself. Anyways, my man Sidney's at work, bro, and she ends up getting this weird ass call and she doesn't know who the hell it is at first, but then she gets a fucking FaceTime and it's Stu. Oh, this Stu is alive. Holy shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I would have lost my mind seeing Stu's face because first off, you're ugly as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just straight up. I gotta be real about it. But also, what the I thought you died. I squished your head with a TV. I saw your body in a morgue. So now she's freaking out. She has no idea if this dude Stu's alive or dead or whatever the fuck. Anyways, Stu tells her that he's outside of her daughter's school. You thought this shit was over, Sidney? Oh, it's your boy Stu. Not to be confused with Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. I'm talking about Stu. You know, I also played in Scooby-Doo, the live action movie, son. All right, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I'm gonna kill your fucking daughter and I'm outside of her school right now. Also, Sidney, you look really good for your age. I will take that shit down if you give me the opportunity. I'm just saying. So now they're in the school practicing and I'm not gonna lie. I knew something bad was about to happen as Hannah is flying in the air. Aaron's controlling the background. Next thing you know, the lights dim and then Aaron's not there anymore. But you know who is? Fucking Ghostface. Oh my god. So he pulls a knife out and as soon as she gets to swinging near him, he's cutting her slowly over and over and over again. Till he finally decides, I guess I should end this. Let me start stabbing her in her fucking stomach. Then he slices her body open and her intestines are hanging out. But you know, that's besides the point. Anyway, Sidney comes in there and she's mad as shit. Gets to shooting at this. I mean, Glock is out. Fa, 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 fa. Oh yeah, she's going crazy. But that nigga's scared now. You know why he's scared? Because Ghostface is a regular ass person. Not to be confused with A Boogie. I'm not a regular person. All right, my fault. Anyways, Hannah's dead. And this sucks. And all the kids, well, they start questioning each other. But why is the black kid getting questioned like this though? Like, I'm just saying. Shorty talking about, yeah, I was in the dressing room.
Oh, were you in there the whole time?
I would have been like, it could have been Tatum that died. Oh yeah, by the way, Sidney named Tatum after her friend that died in the other movie, you know, the old one. Just letting you guys know that in case you're wondering why the f did you name your kid that. Now they're all about to leave, you know, with the parents and stuff. And well, seems like Tatum wants to go with her boyfriend. Except for her mom is like, fuck no. No, baby. We gotta go home. Now they have the police officers from the police department that their dad also works at search their entire house to make sure there's no homicidal, crazy ass sociopaths in the crib. They say there's no one there, and they decide to start packing their to-go bags to go somewhere safe and away from this place. But the one place that they didn't look in is the attic. You know, I kind of feel bad for Tatum a little bit. It's like her mom doesn't trust the boyfriend for good reason. I mean, obviously the boyfriend's always a suspect in movies like this. I've seen enough Scream movies to know. Can't trust boys. Just is what it is. Really can't trust women either, or anyone else whose pronouns are they, them. It doesn't really matter. You can't really trust anybody. Killer might be gender neutral. Doesn't matter. I'm all for solidarity and fluidity. The they, them murderer. Got a nice ring to it. I know that y'all are gonna be like, yo, son, you sounding real performative right now, son. Like, you don't have to tell us all the time that you with the LGBTQ community, okay? We understand. Blah, 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 blah. Well, suck my dick from the back, okay? People need to know that people need to know that we are inclusive on my channel. I love everyone the same. You know who doesn't love everyone the same? Ghostface. This nigga done popped down from the attic and started getting busy. Got their daughter by knife point. So their dad, you know, he gets close to him and starts bum rushing this nigga. And apparently their dad has no hands. Bro got his ass beat, thrown off of thrown down a banister, and it looks like this nigga break his neck and leg. Anyways, Sidney has a literal safe room where there's another way for them to get out of the house. Now the killer isn't a fucking idiot, so he starts tapping the wall, you know, trying to figure out if, are they in the fucking wall right now? Yo, real quick. Oh, I had an ad for this video, and then I got an ad in this video, so you know that I got another video, another banger. Yeah, boy. I know that y'all are going to be excited for this one. A lot of people been asking me, yo, Sin, you covering this, you covering that. Is you gonna cover video games? Well, here you are, a new channel, Sin Knows Games. And we doing a full commentary comedic breakdown of the entire timeline and every single game in the God of War series. Oh yeah, that's right. So if you see this little eye, click that or go to the pinned comment or description and go run that video up after you get done watching this one. You feel me? All right, love you guys. Bye. Now we start hitting the wall, and of course, Sidney's daughter starts freaking out. So now he knows they're in there. So he's like, all right, screw it. Gets the stabbing the shit out of it. He trying to end somebody's life. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my God. Oh, sheesh. Now he ends up nicking Sidney, and it's looking pretty bad for him at this point, but they cool, I guess. Anyways, they leave the crib. They come from the bottom. Now, as soon as Ghostface goes to the door, their dad tackles him from behind. And once again, he's getting his ass beat. If it wasn't for the fact that this nigga got hit by a car by, oh, it's the ghost, Gale Weathers. Oh yeah, you know Gale was coming back. Come on, bro. You know Sidney's in here, so you know Gale gotta pop up too. It's only right. And there's also two people from the last movie, Mindy and Chad. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of sad though. I was hoping, you know, that Jenny Ortega and that other girl was gonna be in this movie too. They're kind of badass in the last one, but apparently this is gonna be more about Sidney and her daughter. I'm guessing maybe they're gonna start trying to make Sidney's daughter important, like she's the one that's gonna be the main character maybe. I don't 100% know. Either way, Gale is here, and luckily she is. Now they end up uncovering the guy, and they realize that it's the weirdo that popped up at the coffee shop this morning. Who would have thunk? Oh my God, the weird ass guy that made very uncomfortable eye contact with Sidney at the coffee shop. Anyways, we all know that the story isn't over. I mean, we're only into it about 50 minutes, and there's like another 40 to 50 to go. Ain't no way it's only one killer. Sidney said it best. It's too easy. Anyways, here comes this local news guy walking up on Gale Weathers. We have just learned that Gale Weathers is here in town. Now, I've had sex with her before about 10 years ago, and that pussy is fire. Let's see if the pussy is still gas. Hello, Gale. Ew. You're the guy I had sex with in that hotel like 10 years ago, right? The one with shrimpitis? I told you not to say anything about that, you fucking asshole. Now, they end up popping up on this guy, Lucas. See, Gale seems to think he's kind of suspicious. And, yeah, you should, because he's weird. Bro, literally telling her that he's in love with horror movies, specifically stab movies. He's infatuated with Sidney. What a weirdo. He's clearly involved, right? Well, I think that it would make it too obvious if he was, so probably not. But then again, shit, who knows? His mom tells him to stay away from the cops, and they leave. Now, Gale and Sidney are talking, and she's asking him straight up, do you think Sue's alive? And Sidney's like, well, it would make for the better story, but we've seen this nigga's body. Maybe we need to check, see if he really is there or not. We find out that Chad and Mindy are with Gale, and you know, Mindy's trying to get her own stuff off the ground, get her content pop, become maybe a reporter herself. Shit, who knows? Now, in the middle of Gale and Cindy having a conversation, here comes douchebag bag stew. Yo, Sean, oh my God, is that Gale Weathers? Oh, I am so excited to see you, bro. I can't believe that you still look like that. You're still hot. I'm just saying, if you give me the opportunity, I would take you down as well, Sean. I said it to Cindy earlier, but I just mean that shit to both of y'all. I'm just saying, if y'all want to have a little menage a trois, you know what I'm saying? We probably could do that shit. I'm just saying. I mean, Gale, your pussy fire, son. I mean, I haven't had that shit in like 10 years, son, but that shit was incredible. I'm just saying. Now, Sidney's having a conversation with her husband and her daughter, and her daughter is, well, rightfully mad. Because why the fuck did you name me after a girl that got her head crushed in a fucking garage door? She's a victim, not a fighter. I want to be a fighter. You know what? Kind of feel her. I probably want to be a fighter too instead of getting my head crushed in a damn garage door. But what do I know? I'm not in a Scream movie, luckily, because oh my God. Anyways, Cindy and Gale, well, they decide to go do some investigative work to find out what the hell is going on. I don't blame them. So they pop up and there's this weird guy with a receding hairline who's talking to them about the weirdo that just got hit by a car. Hi, I'm Gale Weathers, and I just wanted to see if we could possibly look at some rooms from the weird ass dude that fucking hit us. So they go to his room and they realize that he has killed 3 women and he's crazy. Bro literally has weird ass drawings everywhere. What is wrong with him? Anyways, they end up showing him a picture of Stu and he's like, hey, oh, that's John, as in John Doe. Yeah, he popped up here a little while ago and he didn't know what was going on. Said he had some like head damage or something. Came stumbling in here. Anyways, you want to see his room? So they go to a room and he opens it up and it's perfect. There's nothing messed up. Everything's tidy. A little sketchy, but he says that John Doe and this weird ass guy that they killed last night spent a lot of time together. That they were great friends. Pretty sketchy if you ask me. Now while they're doing this, back at the crib, Tatum is talking to Chad and Mindy, asking why they're there after all they've been through. And mainly it's because I guess someone they're related to is friends with Sidney, but also they're here to help. So they want to try to figure out who it could possibly be by getting all the suspects together, you know, trying to figure out who the suspects are and who the killer could be. But before that could happen, Tatum's dad hears some noise and I guess what seems to be something getting renovated. So he goes out there to try to find out what's going on and see all his tools out of the box. Then we see him, Ghostface, and the plastic. Oh no. So this man he closed the garage door, starts walking back and well, you know what's about to happen. Bunch of plastic in here. You probably can tell that he's about to die. And that's what happens. They bum rush him, tackle him, put a bunch of plastic over him and start stabbing the shit out of him. Now you're probably thinking like, okay, well, her husband and Tatum's father is clearly dead. And that's what I would like to say, but guess you're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyways, the whole town's put under curfew, obviously, but all the homies, they end up meeting up at the bar. Oh, baby, how are you doing? Well, not really good. My dad got stabbed earlier. Oh my God, really? I don't know. I just had a weird feeling. Why are these guys here? Oh, they just want to help, try to figure out who the hell did everything. So they get the question and everything, you know, talking to each other, trying to figure out who did what, if anybody did anything. Now, the boyfriend has some, well, experience with the computers and AI. So he's looking at some pictures of Stu to see if this is possibly fake. Could be. I mean, the shadows are inconsistent, in his opinion. Now, they get the questioning everybody. They ask the boyfriend, and he seems to be strange. Ask Chloe, and she seems to be bored. And they ask Lucas, who's a little bit fucking weird. But I guess Chloe likes weird. She got the hots for this boy, Lucas. Anyways, Gale and Sidney have the idea to go on the air, you know, have an interview. And maybe, just maybe, this guy Stu will call him on live and they could track him and then figure out who the fuck it is and where he's at. Now, Gale has been trying to get this interview for 30 years, so she tells Sidney that she's not going to go easy. Now they're at the bar, so they turn the TV on to watch the interview. So Sidney, everyone knows you as a survivor, a fighter of many tragedy. Yeah, and my family has seemed to have got attacked twice now by someone who appears to be Stu Mock. Oh, okay, well, what would you like to say? Well, I would like to talk to him. I would like him to know that whatever you need, let's talk. We can figure this out. He sounds like a little bitch. He's always been the sidekick, you know. Now they wait to see if he'll call, and well, he doesn't, which isn't surprising. I mean, why would you call and risk being tracked on national television? Probably not the smartest thing to do. Why did you disappear, Sidney? Let me ask you that. You know, you have how many kids? 3? Yeah, Gale, don't bring my kids into this. Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know. Just confused. Why would you be such an inspiration to everyone and then just run off, you know? It's kind of messed up. And obviously at this point, Sidney is, well, not the most happy person. Now at this point, they're done the interview because obviously Cindy gets upset. But they get a phone call from Stu Mocker, quote unquote, and they realize that he's standing outside of the bar that Tatum and the rest of their friends are at. This is bad. Anyways, at this point, Tatum dips off with her boyfriend, but as soon as he gets in the car, she realizes that this nigga might be the killer because he has a computer with a bunch of AI fakes of Stu Mocker on it. So she smacks him in the head with his laptop and ends up dipping off. Back at the bar though, Chloe's closing up, but the killer? Looks like he's trying to close up too. Now Chloe is back there with a fucking meat pounder, and Mindy and Chad are in there as well. But the killer got to going on a killing spree. Chloe accidentally stabbed Chad, which is not good. But then he also sliced Mindy and seems to have finished Chad off, at least for the time being. Now Lucas is in the bar and Chloe is scared to death. But Lucas is like, oh, I got this. Don't worry. This nigga goes in the back for literally 2.5 seconds and comes out with a big ass stab in his stomach. This nigga is not like that. Bro, how did they be losing to Ghostface? Like, it's just a nigga in a stupid outfit with a knife. Like, how? I don't even understand. Nigga might be the clumsiest killer of all time. Anyways, he faked Chloe the fuck out though. Bro went to act like he was closing the door. Whole time, he's still in the bar. So he grabs her up, slams her all through the bar, and this big ass piece of glass is stuck on her neck. Now Lucas is on the ground, crawling for his life. Oh my God. Almost got to the door, but then Ghostface grabs him up and he's sitting there with Chloe holding her hand. Oh, this is really sad actually. Oh my God. Anyways, he ends up picking this dude up and puts his neck through the bar hose. Oh my God. This dude is dispensing alcohol through his body. Yeah, this Ghostface is deranged. This is gruesome. Anyways, Tatum is walking at this point and oh my God, Ghostface is wait a minute. How the hell did Ghostface get there that fast? He was just at the bar. Well, this is pretty much confirmation that there's two more killers, because there's no way unless this dude can teleport like he's Jason Voorhees. Anyway, she ends up smacking him with what is this? Like this is a ladder? A piece of a window? I don't even know what to even call this. Anyway, she gets to hiding while Ghostface is looking for her. She's hiding behind this flower sign. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's gonna get away. But then her boyfriend pops up with a giant gash on his forehead and okay, he gets stabbed. Oh my God, did her boyfriend greasy? She ends up pushing Ghostface into this glass window and then an alarm goes off. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, how the heck is all of this happening? Where are the police at? Is there no one that's gonna help? Anyway, she finally gets to the coffee shop. She knows the code because her mom works there, obviously. But Ghostface, well, it looks like he can't get in. Doesn't make any sense because, I mean, just get in there. Now, Ghostface was about to walk away, but looks like Tatum's phone wanted to go off at the wrong time. Why are they typing in Italian right now? This movie shown in Italy? No, it's no way. How does Ghostface know the code to the coffee shop? Does he work here? Anyway, she goes to her mom's office and puts a bunch of stuff in front of the door. Her mom, she can see everything in the coffee shop on what seems to be a live view of the security camera. So she calls her daughter. Oh my God, baby, I'm on my way, okay? Listen, I'm not gonna make it in time, okay? There's a gun in the safe. The code is your birthday. And when's my birthday again? Why did I hit 14 zeros to get in here? Oh my God, I don't even know how to use this, Mom. What is this thing? It's a gun, baby. What do you think it is? I don't fucking know. I'm scared right now. Okay, I know you're scared, honey, okay? But you got this. You gotta take the safety off, okay? He's trying to find a different way in. It's loaded. All you gotta do is shoot it, all right? Now point it, okay? And pull the trigger. You shoot this motherfucker, all right? Not like you, Mom. I can't. Yes, you can, baby. You can shoot it. He killed Ben, Mom. Okay, listen. You need to survive. Ben, okay? Ben is a douchebag anyway. I didn't really like him that much, and he was sneaking in your window. Okay, aim. Shoot at the calendar. To the right of the door. To the right of the door. Shoot, shoot. So she get the blow in his knock this ass on the ground. And at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe she got it in her. That dog. Now she tells her straight up that she's got to go out there and shoot this in the head, which I mean, obviously that's what you got to do. Anytime you go against any combatant like this, you shoot them in the head. They'll just be waking up like they're fine. But she doesn't, and then wakes up. Next thing you know, she's getting double teamed by two Ghostface. Sidney ends up showing up. The gun's on the ground. She gets a phone call. Hey, Sidney. Man, if you hurt her, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you guys. I'm not gonna hurt her. Not until you can watch. Don't worry. We're at your home right now, waiting on your dumbass to get here. Better hurry up. We're gonna kill her dumbass. So she pull up at the crib, bro, and this is when everything gets crazy. You're probably wondering at this point who the hell the killers are. Well, it's pretty obvious, and if you couldn't see it at this point, I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. Anyways, Sidney gets home, and obviously they're messing with her. This whole theme in this movie is AI. Guess AI is the new hotness. That's what's going on from now on, so yeah, get used to that. But anyways, the truth in the matter is none of this AI shit is real. It's all fake, deep fake. They're messing with her, with Stu, with Billy Loomis's mom, Sidney's brother, and all types of shit. You know, the killers from all the past movies. None of this shit truly matters though. The only thing that really matters is they're messing with her. They even put Dewey on the screen, which is insane. My nigga Dewey really died for her ass. Anyways, they got her outside tied to a chair and they put a knife to her neck. Now, Sidney's got a gun behind her back. Obviously, she came with two. She's not a fucking idiot. What do you want from me? And it's the weird guy, the weirdo from the crazy house. That makes sense because he said Stu was alive, but obviously Stu's not alive. They seen his body. So who was the other killer? Oh my God. Oh, we found out that her husband isn't dead yet. That's pretty cool. Anyways, we find out that the other killer is Jessica Bowden. And basically the motive behind all of this is she became obsessed with Sidney after, her husband was beating on her and ended up abandoning her and her son. Oh, by the way, they killed her son in the bar, and the reasoning was he was too like his father, which, that happens in domestic situations all the time. The mom ends up taking a bunch of shit out on the son because, you know how that goes. Anyways, she was really upset because Sidney ran away, abandoned all the people, got a happy ending. And she's like, oh no, you're the last Scream Queen. You don't get a happy ending. You're supposed to be terrorized and in pain like everybody else. Just stupidest shit ever. Anyway, Sidney's playing the game, talking about how they can start over and everything's fine. And Shorty is saying, nah, we're gonna kill you and your daughter and your husband. But they are in for a treat. That's Sidney Prescott's daughter, you dumbass. She even tells Sidney that she's past her prime. What an asshole. Anyways, her daughter ends up headbutting her and Sidney shoots the other guy. Jessica goes running and she tells Tatum to stay there with her dad. So then Sidney goes into the garage and it's Sidney versus Jessica. Well, you know how this is going to end. It's Sidney Prescott we're talking about. Well, Sidney Evans now, she's married. Either way, they end up encountering each other and Sidney stabs Jessica in the stomach, but she's still not dead. She comes charging at Sidney and oh my God, just like that, Tatum done shot her dumbass. So now it's Sidney and her daughter together. Of course, they didn't shoot her in the head though, so she survived and ran off. But finally, as Jessica comes charging at them, Sidney and her daughter unloads and they smoke her dumbass. Just like that, turned her into mincemeat. Gale, Mindy, Chad, they're still alive. Everybody's okay. And Sidney finally tells Gale that she trusts her and that she's a true friend after all. Her and her daughter have a swell moment. And just like that, Scream 7 has come to a close.